for all the help, kindness, and inspiration during the years I've been at Runnymede, and also, of course, for sponsoring me in my tennis career. Mr. Powell asked me to write a speech for prize giving, and he said it could be about anything. Obviously, I thought, what an honor, but what was I going to talk about? Well, I decided to talk about values a person, in my opinion, should have in life in order to achieve one's goals. But remember, it's just my humble opinion. I'm still nobody. I mean, it's great to be World Junior Champion, but what really counts is succeeding in the men's draws. I've had offers to study in very good universities, and that's great, but I was rejected from Oxford. I haven't even entered in any university yet, and to get the grades. Well, my first point is, you gotta work, man. I want to stress the importance of tenacity and determination to make your goals, and you can only do that by working hard. Even though I am a pain in the neck, and I don't flush the toilet, I always do whatever I have in my hands to reach my goal. I got to the top in wheelchair tennis in Spain, when a couple of years ago, my federation didn't give me half of what other federations were giving to other players. I didn't have any sponsor until a few months ago. The only reason behind this is the 12 hours of training each week. The only reason behind my good grades and the offers I got is the number of hours of studying like a madman after coming back from training at 8:30 in the evening every day of the week. I'm no natural at anything. It's just pure hard work which makes a difference. Hard work pays off. Nothing is impossible. There are no barriers if you don't want there to be. I also want to talk about the importance of always being humble. This means remembering that there is always someone better than you and knowing that you need to work hard and improve to achieve your goals. That's the key factor to success. I'm going to give you an example. Esther Regier is the female world #1 in wheelchair tennis. She hasn't lost a match in 7 years. Do you know what this is? It's crazy. And you know what? She always repeats to herself that she wants to improve and improve and improve. And now she's training with men instead of women because they're stronger, so you can get an idea of her determination to improve, which is incredible, and I admire her so much for that. I once played an exhibition match with her in Valencia, although I'd rather not say the score. This also applies to me, both in my tennis and studies. All this about humility. Last year, I beat one of the top players in Spain 3 times in a row. The last time pretty easy. And that's when my mindset changed. Rather than going into court thinking that he was better than me and that I would just have to give it my best shot, I thought, that's it, I'm definitely better. Well, 2 weeks ago, for information, in the Campeonato de España in Zaragoza, I lost to him. And it's so frustrating because I remember I went into the court that day thinking that I was probably going to win easily. And you can never go into court with that mentality. Remember, be humble. Look at Esther Regier. Look at Rafa Nadal. Of course, you also have to be confident and believe in yourself. But remember, a fool thinks he's a wise man. A wise man knows he's a fool. And then, of course, there will always be failures, which is the subject of my third and final point. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm." Like me with the girls. Failures may be stronger if you know how to properly analyze them and use them in the future. For example, I made almost 20 double faults in the semi-final match in Zaragoza I just spoke about. Doing this number of double faults at this level is ridiculous. I mean, I can't think of another word. It's absolutely ridiculous. In the middle of the match, I felt like digging a hole and disappearing. You know that feeling. Well, here I am, dedicating each day an hour to my serve to try to improve that. And to try and avoid that. And in fact, now I think I'm serving much better. I remember my coach once said, after a close loss where I was playing horribly, but I was about to win, that he was glad that I had lost. And he's right, it's easier to learn and analyze mistakes after losing than winning. When you win your match, you don't think about the mistake you made during game 5 or during these points. But when you lose, you do. Another example, I was rejected from Oxford when I thought I was going to get in. So apart from making me more humble, it also made me work harder and try to improve. Remember, use your failures to become better. And prove yourself you're not going to repeat it. Now, I'm not telling you to do what I say. I simply thought it was relevant to talk about these points. But each person is different, you guys have your own lives. But what I want you to know is that you guys live in a competitive world. Each state, it's harder to get into a good uni, it's harder to get a good job, it's harder to excel at sports, everything. Work hard. Give it your best shot at everything, and never go home thinking I could have done better, or I could have put more effort into it. And take advantages of the opportunities you have. You're in a great school, and I'm not just saying this to flatter Mr. and Mrs. Powell, but you're in a great school, that will train you and educate you. Take advantage of that. But the rest is up to you. Thank you very much, and I really hope I have forward to it.
Thanks very much on Daniel's behalf. Right. We're now going to get on with the main